Hey, Brent Porcio, TopVelocity.net. So excited. 3's my favorite number. Third video, the final video. I got another video coming because I'm going to talk to you more about these tools, more about every little detail of our programming. So I want to answer all your questions because I know there's a lot of guys that are really interested in all the programming, the 3 Extreme Pitching Velocity program, the 3X Velocity Camp. I've already had tons of guys get into it from yesterday. I'm pretty excited. A lot of you guys are really seeing the light. I think we're going to have a huge round of testimonials coming with the guys already getting into this training right now. Got a bunch of guys that called me the other day that are coming down to the camp, that are fired up to come to the camp. They see it, they get it, they just want to get in because time is so critical, right? You know, if you miss, if you hesitate and 2 seasons have gone by, you could have screwed up, and you know you're an upperclassman in college, you're an upperclassman in high school, and you're not putting out the ability that they want to see, that scouts want to see, the scouts that are paying attention to get you to the next level, and now you potentially could be at the end of your career. That's a scary thing, guys. You don't think you understand how quick the clock turns in this career. Your window of playing baseball is so short. You know, I talk to guys all the time that go through a lot of depression, that when their career ends, they weren't ready to end. And it was a point where it was just, they were so late, they were so behind that they could see just the effort to get caught up is something that financially they couldn't even afford because they would have had to just literally devoted every day to catching up. And I don't want that happening to you. So we got to do this early, guys. If we don't get on this soon, if we take too long, if we hesitate, if we just go on YouTube and we try to piece things together and make it figured out so I don't have to spend any money, we're not going to be successful. No one's successful doing that. There's a rare person that finds success doing that. The ones that are successful, they believe in it, they see the light, they commit, they make a financial commitment because they come down and they want people helping them. They want people like me giving them their time and energy to help them, and those are the guys that have tremendous success, and they don't lose that focus and that light. So I want you guys to be up and get in this as soon as you can. So I want to answer all those questions next video. So if you have any questions, post them here. Give me those questions or DM me, reach out to me. I'll throw those in the next video, but I'm really, really excited about where we are. So if you haven't already, and I know a lot of you have, check out the 3X Extreme Pitching Velocity program, TopVelocity.net. Now, people were asking me, why the 3X Velocity Camp online? Meaning, the only reason it's online, you get that when you come to the camp, but if you can't come to the camp, that's why I can get it for you online. TopVelocity.net has the link to that as well. And what does that have above the 3X Extreme? That has the evaluation system. Now this starts getting crazy. We show you how to measure all your joint mobility, and then we tell you this is what elite pitchers' measurements are, and this is your measurement. So we got to get you through our mobility course, which is also in the online course or separately down here. Then we're going to give you the exercises to get it to those measurements. Not only that, I'm going to post down here the 3X goals, which will show you the other measurements, the field measurements, the jump running, the strength measurements that elite pitchers have that you need to get to. And it just gives you that more personalized understanding. Okay, here's the method, here's the training, here's the way to get there. And now with the 3X Velocity Camp or online camp, here's the measurements that you need to be at, and you're down here, so we got work to do, and I want you to keep reevaluating, and let's get this thing better through the training. That's why guys go to the online camp here, or they just get the online course if they can't make the camp. All right, so we're taking you on to the next step, get you really pulling this together. Now, I had some guys saying, Coach, the driving was huge. I got like another 2 miles an hour. The problem was in the driving, I was flying open, Coach. Every time I went to drive, I just flew open. Yes, that is the problem. That's why we got hip to shoulder separation. What is hip to shoulder separation? That's pulling this back hip and this back shoulder apart. I gotta pull it apart just like a rubber band. This works just like a rubber band. When I'm holding a rubber band, if I wanna shoot it across the room, I gotta stabilize it with this hand and pull it back with this hand. Here's the perfection of it. I gotta not only stabilize with this hand, but I gotta equal the force pulling back with this hand. If this doesn't equal the force this way, that this is pulling back, then I'll do something like this or something like that. They have to be equal and opposite in that force production. That's gonna be quintessential also in this piece of hip to shoulder separation. As you're, just like you just did thousands of those drills, opening and driving, and lifting, opening and driving, that force that you're pushing through your hip that way has to be equaled in this shoulder in the opposite way, like this. So the force going here, I'm going to equal that going here, as far back as I can. The far back, the better. We talk about the #1 priority in hip to shoulder separation is landing shoulders optimally closed. Closed as far as I possibly can. If I don't do that and they land here, I'm shortening my time to generate force. How does that work? We all generate force at some point right about around here to release the pitch. So if I'm starting here to there, and then you're starting here to there, that you had a lot more time. You're doing a better job giving yourself more time to generate the force. So that's why the #1 priority in this is getting the shoulders closed. Closing them as far as you can until this hip wants to go that way. So get your hips, foot straight, hips open, and bring your shoulder back, and now you're gonna feel that tension, that rubber band, and let's bring it as far back as we can. If it's not letting me go, I can turn that hip a little bit, but I don't want it completely closed. Now I'm in trouble. I want it to be slightly about a 45-degree angle coming around, and then I'm gonna bring my shoulders all the way back. Okay, so this is gonna be your first drill. Acted like you're in the drills yesterday. You're gonna open and drive, so we're in this position. Foot drove, we're straight. Feet are straight, perfectly straight. That means the femur's rotated and the hips are open. Let's take the glove side, line that up, take the ball flexion, and what's called horizontal abduction. All this is the upper body stuff I'm gonna teach you in the 3X Extreme Pitching Velocity program to an elite level. Pull that back, pull the elbow away from the shoulder away from the hip, as far as you possibly can to where you're looking over your front shoulder and you can still see the target. Once I get that pulled away about 85 degrees up and this hip still pushing forward, I want you to sit there and drive on your ankle and pull your shoulder back. And just sit here and do this in the mirror. Drive, pull back, drive, pull back, drive, pull back. If you start cramping up, your hips are weak. That hip is too weak to be an elite pitcher. We've got to strengthen that. You can strengthen this drill, but we're also going to strengthen in the 3X Extreme Pitching Velocity program in the strength conditioning approach. So if you're sitting here, feet are straight, elbows up and back, and you're pushing through and pulling this back, and this hip is cramping up, you're too weak to drive elite hips at optimal hip to shoulder separation. But let's sit here. Once again, guys, thousands of times. We're going to do this. Thousands of times. Just sit here. Pull this back. You can even cock it up if you want last minute. But really, pull this elbow back, drive that hip, squeeze that glute, and drive it through, okay? Excellent drill. Probably one of the best drills for hip to shoulder separation. Do it on the King of the Hill. If you went and got the King of the Hill yesterday, which I had a lot of guys do it on the King of the Hill. I want you to drive, pop, and pull back. Pop and pull back. Pop and pull back. What's gonna happen is you're gonna go like this. Nothing's popping. And crank that thing up. If it gets easy, crank it up, pop it harder, pull it back. So next level, King of the Hill. Pop and pull back. Pop and pull back. Thousands of reps, guys, thousands. You're gonna hate me tomorrow, but thousands of reps with the King of the Hill. The cool thing too, guys, if you didn't get it already, if you get the King of the Hill, I got a whole other bunch of throwing drills now. These are all dry drills. I got throwing drills with the King of the Hill that are just along these lines, that build off of this, which will really help. Also too, the 3X Extreme has the whole med ball series, all the mechanics to really understand this, and you can implement the King of the Hill with any of the throwing drills in any of our 3X programs, and it makes a great tool, okay? Now, take it to the next level. I know you guys are ready to throw. We haven't thrown it all. Go ahead and toss. Sometimes I don't even like tossing. I like just getting in the drill and throwing. So you got this down. You can also add in a lift and drive, where it's moving you, but drive last minute, keep your force vector down. Hundreds of these too. Okay, feel the hip. When you land, I want the hips all the way open, foot dragging on top of the foot, arms pulled all the way back. Now you can throw. Take the ball, lift, drive, feel that separation, tuck your glove, chest, and throw. All that stuff at the end where we're gonna learn how to drive the front leg, transfer the trunk, all that stuff is built into the 3 Extreme Pitching Velocity program. Guys, I can just give you 3 right now because it's wearing me out, and already having tons of guys reaching out to me. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go to the programming, which has hundreds, almost 1,000 videos of me instructing everything. It's already there. I was even a little younger back then. It was closer to my playing career, which is pretty cool. You see a young kid really fired up and really doing the drills well, getting excited about them, having a lot of success with them. That's in the 3X Extreme with all the programming on a Monday through Friday, 8-week cycle. So Monday, you're gonna have 3 calendars. This rep, this set, this percentage, this drill, this weight, exactly. You don't have to think. Just follow and do what I'm telling you to do. Watch the video if you don't know how to do it. 8 weeks, you max, you test, you see where you are, recycle again with better numbers, elevates you, takes it up another level. All right, so that's gonna be going on in the 3 Extreme Pitching Velocity program. Like I said, everything's down below if you haven't gotten into it. But we're gonna be sitting here driving and throwing now, right? Lift, drive, throw, boom, with the ball. Or you can do it like me. You can do a drive, throw. Feel that optimal separation. Film yourself from the side. When you land, is your hips open? Is your shoulders all the way closed like this? I'll even put something down special for you. Let me give you a link to Cody Hall, one of our 100-mile-an-hour guys, top 20 prospect in the MLB for years, who we rebuilt his career. Watch his, got a pitch of him at 96. Almost perfect. Not everybody gets to be perfect, but almost perfect. I think Cody's a great example. Watch that video down there, or the link to that video. Great example. So take Cody's video, save it, put it next to your video, slow yourself down, slow Cody down, stop him when his front foot lands, look where his hips are, look where his shoulders are, and then compare it to you. Are you there? And then go forward. Look at his force vectors, look at his drive, look at his forward and down the same rate, all that stuff. Start becoming a pro, guys. Start evaluating yourself, but start becoming your best coach. That's what this is all about, guys. I want to give you the information because the coaches out here are failing. They're not taking the time, the effort, the money to sit here and invest in this. But you need to, because you want to have that big league career. You need to. So become your best coach. Don't worry about them. You become your best coach and do what's best for your career. That's what I'm giving you. And that's what I want for you. And that's why I want you in these programs. I want you here at the camp, guys. Everybody comes to me and they're like, is the camp, should I go to the camp? Of course. Because that's where I get to put my wisdom on you and sit down with you and really understand you and break you down and give you my best advice and experience through doing this for the past 15 years almost as a coach and 20, 30 years as a player. I don't know how long I played. So of course, this would be the ideal platform. But I know everybody's got scheduling issues, they can't make it. If you can't make it, still, you got an online camp. Do the online camp. It's almost just like being here. You just don't have me breathing down your neck, talking to you and motivating you, helping you really understand this. Also too, we do biomechanics data analysis here, so we can show yourself in 3 dimensions and you learn things you never could ever see with the human eye of what you're doing, but you get almost everything else in the online camp. Or if that's too big of an investment and you just want the program, that 3X Extreme is ideal because that's the programming. All right, so I hope that helps. I've got everything here, the King of the Hill. There's another device we use. I don't have time to show it to you. I'll talk about, well, maybe I do. I can talk about it a little bit tomorrow. So if you come back tomorrow, I'm gonna tell you about this 2 other devices that we use along with the King of the Hill, along with trying to get all the questions out for you, for those who still need more answers to before diving into this huge method and investment that is career changing. To be honest, it's probably life changing. I've been very close with all my testimonials. I follow them well after their careers. A lot of them have gone into the kinesiology or medical industries because they love this information, and it's been really exciting to have my guys do that. So maybe that's for you. I hope so. If you need any questions, like I said, reach out to me on my social media. I know just doing this course, guys, is exploded. I'm getting overwhelmed, but do your best. Just keep coming at me. Wear me out. I have the guys who wear me out and just contact me every day. those are the ones that get their answers. The ones that just shoot it off and I never hear from them again, there's not a good chance. And don't put your blame on anyone but yourselves, guys. This career is all about you. Anything you do is all about you. If you let someone outside of you affect who your destiny and who you're planning to be, you're a victim. Don't be a victim, guys. You can't be an elite athlete. You can't be a gladiator in the realm of baseball being a victim or letting other people take advantage of you, guys. If you believe, if you're passionate, if you love this game, it's all about you exposing your talent, bringing your talent out. I don't know where you are spiritually or your beliefs and anything else in life, but I believe God gave you your talents, and if you love them, you can honor Him through bringing them, optimizing them, exposing them, and elevating them to their highest level. There's nothing better than that, and that's why I love this, and I love helping guys do that. It's because they can really, truly learn what they were gifted and what they were sent here to do and represent, and they can do it in a positive light, guys. So that's what I want for you. I want to help you. I want to be the knowledge giver to you, for you to do that. The lack of knowledge towards my rotator cuff and into my career, the lack of knowledge has limited guys in the success they can achieve in life or in baseball. I don't want you to have that road bump, that wall, that brick wall in your life. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to give you the knowledge. Now it's just up to you to bring it into action, take advantage of it, grind it, and get the best out of it. So thanks, guys, for doing this. You got a lot of drills to do today that I gave you, and we'll meet up tomorrow, and we'll kind of pull it together, answer all your questions. But I really, guys, expect to see you in my programs, expect to see you in a 3X Velocity camp, and I'm fired up to have you here and have you part of this family. So I appreciate you, wish you the best. See you in the bigs one day, and I hope you're the next 3X testimonial.